Welcome everyone to Ring the Belle. This is DS back here for the live news and rumor episode with one and only Candice Cordelia.
Woo! Hello, hello. How
Welcome
are
back,
you?
everyone.
Yes, the tea is piping hot.
It is. And we are on a road to the biggest party of summer, SummerSlam. It's
Woo!
this weekend. Can you believe it?
I can't believe it's August. This is insanity. I
It's
saw
so
Halloween candy in the store last weekend. I was like, this is too much. We're doing too
I gotta
much
be
right
honest,
now.
I'm already thinking about. Okay, based on how good my workout goes, maybe I'll wear Kelly. No, actually, no. I'm not even gonna tease it. Anyway, enough of us talking, because my least favorite type of podcast is like podcasters talking about their personal lives for 30 minutes, and they're like, "Let's talk about the topics finally." No,
Yes.
we are Ring the Bell. We get right into the topics. Thank you everyone for joining. So for the ones joining for the first time, this is news and rumor live stream. So please make sure to comment and chat about the topic that we're talking about, because we want people that's watching later after the live is over to like watch it pleasantly. We can't be off topic too much, right? So please talk about the topics that we're talking about, and then after each topic we'll like talk about the you guys' comments, and then at the end, after we're done talking about all three topics, we're gonna have open Q&A where you can ask me anything. Why am I wearing a CM Punk hoodie? You can ask me about that. You can ask me, I don't know, anything.
Halloween. Anything.
Halloween. What am I gonna wear for Halloween? Anything. All right, let's jump into our first news, shall we?
Yes. Ooh.
So we're going to start with
SummerSlam.
the SummerSlam prediction because, you know, it is this Saturday and we want to talk about it. There's so much to talk about. So right now we have only 2 women's matches confirmed, which is a little bit of a bummer. A little bit better than Money in the Bank situation, because for that we only had 1 women's match. I was like, what? What?
Tragedy.
Very upset about that. Tragedy. But at least we got Trish Stratus as a host last minute. But right now we have 2 women's matches confirmed. So let's talk about it. The predictions. So Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship. Liv Morgan as champion.
Yes.
What do you think? Who's going to win?
I'm going with Liv. I really can't see it any other way. I mean, yeah, if Rhea wins, then I love Rhea, but then it's just like, all right, where are we going to go from here? I think it just adds more attention into the mix if we keep Liv on this revenge tour and just see where it takes us from there. So I'm going with my girl Liv.
I have to agree. I mean, it's just like, I feel like Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley storyline hasn't even like really started. We're just like, you know, we're just getting into it. You're like, we're just warming up. We're like in a little bit of a cuddling session. We're not even like there yet. Dom and Liv just kissed like maybe 3 times. Nothing really happened. So
it's the whole soap opera, but I love this. Yeah. It's like, it's I don't know. It's giving like the summer of suggestions, just the summer flings. It's so saucy. I just so love saucy. Where this is.
So I feel like something major storyline wise going to happen. It will have to happen at SummerSlam with Rhea Ripley losing because of some shenanigans of like either Dom turning on Rhea or Finn Balor turning on Rhea or Finn and Dom all together for a little throuple situation. I am down for all of it. But Liv Morgan did say her revenge tour is for her to take everything away from Rhea Ripley. So she's got to make it happen.
Facts. Yeah. I mean, you can't just start with Dom. You got to keep this moving. So if she means everything, we're talking about everything. So SummerSlam is going to be great with this. This is the one storyline that I'm just so invested in. It's like, I just want to see it go forever. I don't want it to end. Eventually it will, but for now,
I gotta ask you though. I guess let's put this into a poll because I am curious.
Yeah.
Are we shipping? Okay, let's do. Are we shipping Rhea and Dom or Liv and Dom? Who are we shipping?
Ooh.
Rhea.
I mean, I'm going with Liv and Dom.
Liv and Dom. And let's say Rhea and Liv.
I'm already seeing Liv and Dom. Oh, Rhea and Dom for life. Okay.
Because
Live and Dom
whenever there's like a
finale.
three-way storyline with women, historically we've seen it from Tamina, Dana. Who was the other
Yeah.
one? I forgot.
It
Someone
was
was involved in there. Or we
there's
saw
so
it from
many.
Layla and Summer Rae and Fandango. It always end up with the two
Yeah.
women,
Yeah, I don't want
going a
that to
little
happen.
lesbianic.
And yes, that was like a thing prior with Rhea and Liv. It was
They were very
certainly, I
gay.
mean, definitely very, very gay, and we love to see it. But I'm like, come on, I want to see Liv and Dom. I think that'll be so just to see Dom go with Liv and finally give in and just say, you know what, sorry, mommy, I couldn't resist her charm. Like that, I think that would really hurt Rhea. And then I think we would see a different side to her, and it would just kick off another layer into this already entertaining story. So
Yeah.
Liv and Dom all the way.
I
Let's
am
do
living
this.
Rhea all the way because I want that lesbian energy more. As if Studline's not bringing that already, but I want that. I want that. But the second match, Bailey versus Nia Jax,
Mm,
for the WWE Women's Undisputed Championship, and of course we got Tiffany Stratton situation coming up. So what
yeah.
do we expect? What's your prediction for this?
Did I say Nia the last time we met? I can't
I
even
don't
remember.
know.
Well, you know what? If I didn't, I think I'm swaying towards Nia. I just am trying the way that I'm seeing things play out. I think this could be Nia's time. I'm sorry, Bailey, but I've changed my vote, and I think I'm looking at the chat. A lot of people are saying the same thing. They're going for Nia. What do you think, DS?
I I don't know. I feel
Yeah,
really bad because I feel like both of them really deserve the opportunity. And it's kind of crazy to even say that to a champion, but she's been a champion for
exactly.
most of the week. She was just backstage watching
Mm,
TV, and I'm like, Bailey, Bailey had this like amazing win, and she didn't really get to do
yeah,
much on TV.
it,
Thankfully, she's
yeah.
been booked really strong last couple of weeks, which I'm actually really happy about. But I think it's
Hmm.
Nia's time. Nia has, I wouldn't say, I don't want to say job, but she was
Yeah.
gracefully giving the spotlight to Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch heading into
Hmm.
WrestleMania. I think it's
Hmm.
Nia's time, and for her to lose the Queen of the Ring tournament opportunity by losing, I feel like that would be kind of annoying. But
It
I
would
think
be,
Tiffany
and
Stratton's situation makes it all very interesting because Nia Jax and Tiffany, they're princess and the queen. They're so buddy buddy, but something's going on there.
yeah, and that'll be. I have a feeling, even having said from my perspective, I can see, and you as well, it's Nia's time. I think something's going to happen with Tiffany. I just think that there's going to be a really big moment for her. But then once again, it's just like, it's sad because, like you said, Bailey's run hasn't, I don't know, it's been a bit lackluster. And it's sad. It sucks because we've been fighting to see this for so long. She finally has gotten the title, and now it's like, what are we doing? It's just now starting to kick off great with the booking, but oh, what are you gonna do?
It's sad. Also, there's really
Yeah.
interesting situation that someone, our Ring the Bell fam, pointed out that
Mm.
Nia Jax is currently helping fixing Tiffany's briefcase because remember Bailey destroyed it. But so
Oh.
Nia took the briefcase, so she's allegedly going to bedazzle it. But I wonder if she's taking it away from Tiffany so she can't use it at SummerSlam. There could be some shenanigans with the whole fixing
Yeah.
situation. So I think that's really also interesting. But the question
Er,
I feel like Bianca and Jade being off SummerSlam, that makes no sense. So I honestly feel like there has to be a third match. Tag team championship, Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill challenging Alba and
well,
Isla. I
yeah.
know that they're having that match on SmackDown, but
Yeah.
no way they're not
It
going to be
makes
on
no
freaking
sense.
PLE.
But you know what? There's always been last minute changes. So, and I just recently read just across the Twitterverse that they're still allegedly working in some new potential matches. And I know it's Thursday. That's kind of down to the wire, but perhaps we will see that match. Perhaps it'll be a last minute match. And if it is, that'd be fantastic because it doesn't make sense to have SummerSlam without Bianca and Jade. Like, what are we doing? So,
Especially with, if you guys remember, Bianca Belair did the interview with
mhm.
us because she was doing the hashtag Bianca Summer Glam contest. And the whole premise of it is that she's going to wear the outfit that fans designed for her.
Oh,
I did go back and check. She did say she will wear the outfit for an upcoming PLE, so she didn't specifically say SummerSlam. Okay,
Oh.
she did say that, but I think everyone's understanding was that it was supposed to be for SummerSlam. Swerve.
Like, come on, Bianca, come on. But it's not all her fault. It's the booking. It's like I just, come on now. Why are they doing this to us? We can't wait. It's time for this.
It's time for it. So,
like, yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like something's gonna happen on SmackDown where Jade and Bianca will be going to SummerSlam to challenge for the championship. But it is kind of a weird situation because Ayla and Alba as the champions are so rarely featured. It's really bizarre. And the whole, like, there's a whole tag situation going on Raw with the stud line. We call them stud line. The lesbians, and then the party girls, and then Damage Control. There's a whole situation there. But they're not really interacting with the champions. So it's kind of unclear what's happening heading into SummerSlam as for the tag division.
It bums me out. Can they come on, please treat the tag division the respect it deserves. Like, stop bumming us out with this. Come on. Let me see. I'm okay, let's see. I'm going to pull this up actually from Xavier King. They're saving Bianca and Jade Fallout for WrestleMania. They deserve a big event match. It's too early in the year. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, sure. I mean, it's too late to pull Bianca versus Jade already, I feel like. But if they split at SummerSlam, maybe we can build till WrestleMania. Or is it too much? Maybe that's too much.
Or not enough. Right? We have some time. We have some time.
That might be too long of a time. I don't know if I have that much faith in the creative team to extend it that long.
Well, listen, if they can do what they've done with the Bloodline, I think they can pull this one out. Let us pray.
This is a good one from Alonzo. We could get a women's pre-show match at least. I totally agree. I mean, literally, Studline, they've been booked like twice per every week on Raw. And they're not being showcased on SummerSlam. It's a little weird. So
it is very weird. Yeah. Right. I don't get that. I don't. Oh yeah, with the poll. Yes. What happened with the poll? Who won?
Let's see. So the poll has to end. Okay, let's see. So the poll result: Liv and Dom 54%, Rhea and Liv 31%.
Okay.
1/3 of y'all.
There it is.
Got the gay agenda going. And then Rhea and Dom only 13%. Okay.
Wow.
This is the people have spoken. They want Liv and Dom. So Dom, you better get your shit together.
Come on, Dom.
Get back to Liv. Should we go to the second story?
Yeah. So we have, oh my gosh. So this is the one that I was very intrigued by, actually, the Raquel Rodriguez comeback rumor.
Yeah.
So
where are they at?
Where they at? Where they at? Seriously, like, it's I love it. It's wild because when you think about it with Raquel, it's been about a year, almost a year, I believe, since I know she's dealing with health issues and she's talked about it on social media. It's something, it's really hard. It's from what I understand, an autoimmune disease, I believe. And I have it here because I don't want to. Yes, mast cell activation syndrome. So I know very little about it. I did a little bit of research because I'd heard of it in the past, but it's really hard on the body. So there's a lot of things that can trigger it. One being actually exercise, and Raquel being a wrestler, that has to be really hard. But I was reading, and this came from Mike Johnson of PW Insider. Multiple sources have told PW Insider that there have been some internal talk of Raquel returning to action in the near future. Now, when that near future will be hasn't been completely stated, but it's been a while. It's been a while since we've seen her. I would like to see her come back. I think that should she come back before the end of this year? I mean, that could really pose some an intriguing addition in the mix of all the craziness that we're seeing with all of these storylines within the women's division. So what do you make of that, DS? Like a Raquel Rodriguez comeback, whether it's towards the end of this year or perhaps in the Royal Rumble? We might see her at Rumble, perhaps.
Yeah, I mean, I did see Raquel post recently on Instagram story watching Liv Morgan's segment with Rhea Ripley and Dom.
Mm.
And we all know the history of Liv and Raquel together. Actually, Rhea was a little like jealous about their relationship because they're both like technically like her exes. And they were like hugging and everything. So Rhea's jealous. So I mean, they're also tag team champions together. So if Raquel comes back to help Liv, I feel like that will be kind of a more of an imminent way to have her be involved with the storyline.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
That would be excellent. I think that would be excellent. It just makes sense. And then, wow, I mean, what would that pose in terms of this whole, what do we got going? A thruple, a quadruple at this point? Like, what is happening? I think that could really pose some interesting things within the romantic situation. And perhaps, you know, hey, there might be something with Raquel and Dom. I don't know. I think that we could see some really intriguing things going on between all of them, and I'm here for it. But I would like to see, just in general, to see her come back. That would be nice because she's been through a lot health-wise, and it'd be nice to see her in the ring and getting her reps in. I think that would be awesome. So
yeah. But you know, I almost feel like Raquel can use this. I mean, obviously it was for not the best reason for her, but she can always use this as an opportunity to like rebrand herself. I mean, we all know that her main roster run hasn't been exactly what we expected from her, especially because her NXT run has been so cool. Like down in NXT, we had some great matches. She was like the monster, but she was so fast. She got so much intensity, and I don't think she necessarily showed that side on main roster. So maybe this is a good way to kind of rebrand, refresh, and then she can come better than ever. I mean, I honestly loved her run down in NXT. Her partnership with Dakota. She was such a threat, but I feel like we haven't seen that side of her yet. So hopefully this time it will be better than ever.
Amen. Amen. Raquel, we'd love to see you come back and hope you're doing well and that your health is improving. So, yay.
But the other one from WWE that we are all really curious where they're at. Where are they at? It is Meiko Satomura, the final boss of WWE.
Jeez. I was shocked.
Tell me about the news. I was very sad because I wanted her to come back. I mean, she gagged me all the time whenever she's in NXT. Her match with Roxanne Gag City, but she made a shocking announcement.
She did, and I think it still hasn't hit a lot of people, myself included. I was really shocked to hear this, but according to Tokyo Sports, the newspaper was the first to report that WWE star and Joshi legend Meiko Satomura plans to retire in 2025. That is right around the corner, everyone. So just to give a little bit of a rundown, Meiko, she signed a contract with WWE in January of 2021. This was signed for her to be a coach and a wrestler. And she made her wrestling debut at the age of 15, which is extraordinary. And since then, she's just really built an illustrious career as a wrestler, as a coach. And then once she made it to WWE, I mean, she just took a lot of the WWE by storm. And so to hear all of this she's super highly decorated, to hear this, it just blew my mind. And yes, she had a run, I believe. Let me see. It was, I have the date. It was very recent. Yes, it's August 1st, but she recently faced Bayley July 28th. Right. And this was for a WWE live event. She didn't win. It was for the title, I believe, but she did not win. And this just also made people think, well, is this a part of or kicking off the start of her retirement tour? I don't believe that's really been signified yet. But yes, she is retiring next year. So really sad.
Yeah.
Really
so
sad.
She showed up, obviously. So WWE was in Japan last weekend, and she showed up in the Japan show. She teamed up with everyone. I think it was like 8 women tag match. She
Mm,
teamed up with Bianca and Jade, and she got a lot of love
yeah.
from them. But she also announced her retirement there, and she challenged Bailey for the
Mm,
championship. And you can go see Bailey's Instagram. She also wrote like this beautiful,
yes.
beautiful letter to Meiko Satomura and thanking her for all the contribution to the industry. But honestly, I feel like this is a
Mm.
case of like walking away. I know the Korean saying, but is there a saying like in English where like you walk away while getting a pause?
There probably is, and I get what you're saying. I
You know
totally
what I
get what
mean?
you're saying. Yeah, it's. Do you think this
Walking,
is?
leaving on your high.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you think this is too soon? I mean, she started super young, so by all intents and purposes, I mean, it's been an amazing run. She's been at this for so long, but I don't know if you think this is too soon. If she just maybe has one more year in her, or, I mean, there could be many other reasons why she's walking away that she hasn't expressed yet. But
You know, as much as I know that her back's probably hurting, her bones are probably
right,
crackling. I understand, Mako, but I am, I need some matches from you. I'm sorry.
right.
I'm being greedy. I'm sorry, but I need some matches from you. Like, I'm sorry, but like from the time I saw you on at Mayoung
Mm,
Classic, I was like, damn. This-
that was
it
the
was like
one.
next level. And you know me. I'm not like one of those people that
Mm.
says, "Oh, this indie wrestler is the best," just because of the hype of it. I'm not like that. I love my mainstream girlies. I'm a little
Yes.
basic, you know that. But even me as a basic ass fan, when
Mm,
I saw Meiko Satomura go, every single matches in Mayan Classic blew my mind. Her
mm,
NXT UK matches, her match with Roxanne Perez in NXT, like all the matches she's in is so good. There's an aura about her that's like very special to
yes.
her. So it's kind
Yeah.
of sad that we won't be seeing that in main roster. So my personal greed is
Mm,
that I definitely want her to join Damage Control or something just before she retire. Can you please
that's the
be in
one.
main roster some way, one way or another? I would love
That's
that.
the one. Yeah, likewise. And you hit it right on the head. The Mae Young class. I mean, I still think about the Mae Young Classic and how it introduced us to so much wonderful talent, and Mako being one of them. It's just, oh, she's one of the greats. She's a legend. And from now until that final match that she'll have in the ring, I know so many people will be watching and cheering her on. And from at this point, it's just, yeah, we're just going to sit back and continue to watch greatness. But maybe she'll stay on as a coach. Maybe she'll retire as a wrestler and maybe just stay behind the scenes and help out as a coach. And nothing wrong with that. I mean,
Right.
passing along your knowledge and passing along what you know to the next generation. They're always needed. But yeah, there's a part of me that's like, could you stay for just one more year? And
I know. It's tough because she also has her own
selfish.
promotion. She also has her
Yeah.
own Joshi promotion in Japan that
Mhm.
she's the Sendai girl. That's her promotion that she's trying to grow
Yeah,
more. So there's a lot going on. So, we'll
definitely.
see. But hopefully we'll get to see a little bit more from her on the grand
Yeah.
stage of WWE. I would love that. Yeah. Let's read
Yeah.
some reactions from the chat.
Yes, it's booming right now.
Wait, Asuka versus Meiko
Asuka.
both retire. Why did I choose this one? No, no retiring. That was a wrong choice. Sorry about
Oh
that.
my gosh. Wow. That was great. That
Ooh.
was great.
Io versus Meiko at WrestleMania for Meiko's final match would be epic.
Ooh.
Yeah. You know what?
Oh my
WWE, it
goodness.
is like the
Oh yes.
renaissance of Joshi wrestling in WWE right now. We've got Julia,
Ye-
Io Sky, Kairi
Mm.
Sane, Meiko, Asuka. Like, this is some top tier Joshi wrestling going on right now. Pull the trigger. Do the all Joshi
What?
match. Do it
Let's
at
go.
WrestleMania. Let's freaking
Let's
go.
go. Oh, okay. So this one just popped up from Jeffrey. We need a Roxanne Perez versus Meiko Satomura rematch. I'm here for that. Why
Yeah.
not? Run it back. Run it
Honestly,
back.
yeah. No, that match was so legendary. And like Roxanne's also just so good.
That would
Um,
be epic.
it'll be great. I'll be so down for it.
Oh my goodness. I'm
I
I'm
honestly,
loving it.
personally, the match I want to see,
Mhm.
because Meiko literally like has great matches with everyone. I want to see
Yeah.
like Meiko Satomura versus like Eva Marie.
And you know what?
You know
Listen,
what? Because it's gonna be 5 stars.
Sadell, Meiko versus Ava Marie. I need it.
I need it.
Need it.
Like I need it. That will be the real testament. I don't get me wrong. I love Eva Marie, but that will be a real testament of Meiko
Let's
Satomura.
go.
If she can make 5-star
Look,
match out of Meiko Satomura, I'll be like, Meiko Satomura, you are the GOAT of all time.
you know what? Now I want to see this. I
That will
wasn't
be the
thinking
gag
about
of the
it.
century. Yes.
I wasn't thinking it at first, but now I kind of want to see it. I think I
Yes.
want to see it. Yeah, let's go. Let's
I
go.
love Eva Marie, by the way.
Me
I'm working on talking to her, which I'm really excited about. But
Really?
I feel like Meiko
Oh,
will get a good match out of her. That would be really good.
the scoops. Let's go.
Ooh,
Let's go.
super chat. Meiko versus Eva Marie. I need it. See, Seidel agrees
Yes.
with me.
We are here for this, Seidel. We're here for it. Ooh, I'm going to pull this one up from Elephant in the Room. Mercedes Moné versus Meiko versus Asuka if companies weren't a thing.
Yeah, that would be great.
That would be great.
Mercedes, because we've seen
Why
Mercedes
not?
go train with Meiko before she joined New Japan Pro Wrestling. So I feel like that would be really good too.
I like that. I totally like that.
Yeah. Let's move to the next story.
Oh, so let's see. I was jumping the gun for a minute. Yeah, this is the one that I said we manifested. We were talking about Kamille, and then lo and behold, Kamille makes her re-debut in AEW because she had shown up in AEW before, but she wasn't signed at the time. Now she's completely signed. She showed up and she's working with Mercedes Moné. They have a faction going. It's amazing. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I mean, the one thing for me is that Kamille to me has always had such a commanding presence. I've always loved Kamille, especially back in her NWA days. I mean, she made history over there, and to see her now finally coming, I didn't expect her to come in her re-debut with Mercedes, but I think the choice is brilliant. And now I really can't wait to see how this whole faction just continues to build and who else potentially could be a part of the faction. So what are you thinking right now, DS?
Oh my god, yeah. I love that you said that because they named their faction Monet Corporation. So
yeah.
money.
Money.
I love it. I love it. It's like I love that everyone's calling Kamille basically Mercedes to mother. She didn't even talk. She didn't even talk at all.
She said nothing.
Did her job, and she stood there,
as you do.
Statuesque, yeah.
And I think that was perfect. Just stand there, girl. Look amazing. Do your thing, and we'll see you next week and the week after.
And I gotta say, no shade to anyone, but I feel like some people. I'm not again, no shade to anyone, but I feel like some people, because of their gimmick or because of their strength, whatever, sometimes it's better if they don't talk.
It's nothing against her promo skills or anything like that. No.
Right. Sometimes it adds to the character. Sometimes it adds to the aura.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think so far so good.
But Monet Corporation. So like we have an official name for this faction. Who do you see joining this group?
Jeez. You know what? I'm rattling and I'm thinking because they have it. The women's division in AEW right now is in a very interesting spot. It's getting better and better as time goes on. We're starting to see some things really flow. And let me think. I have to think on this.
So many good ones. I mean, there's so many good options, but honestly, like right off top of my head, Nyla Rose just pops up for me.
I was thinking her.
I feel like the energy would just like sync together, like because Monet's having so much fun in AEW. She's like, dude, this CEO. And Nyla's so freaking funny, and she deserves to be on TV every week. She like just cracks me up. So I feel like Nyla joining the group would be such a surge.
I would like that. You know what? And I don't know when she's coming back. Jamie Hayter. So here's my thing with this.
Ooh.
She comes back whenever she comes back. Could be in at Wembley. I don't know what's gonna happen there. But I'm still seeing the eventual like Jamie versus Britt. Right. And I think what would really add levity to that is if she ended up in that faction eventually, and it was like a full on.
Hmm.
Yeah, that would just be full on. What do you think? I'm totally playing devil's advocate a bit, but like I would kind of like to see it.
I don't want to see Jamie as part of the corporation.
You want to see her?
She's
her
too
shine
big.
solo.
She is too big.
Yeah.
She was too big. She was one of the most organically hot, like
Mm,
AEW superstar before she got injured. Like it was
that's true.
man included. She got so
Yeah,
over organically, and I hated that like they were teasing Brit versus Hater a little bit, but
I
like it never really
know.
happened. So
Yeah.
I honestly I feel like she'd be too big for Monet Corporation, even though Mercedes is
Mm,
like huge. I don't
yeah.
necessarily.
You're like,
I don't
meh.
know. Who? I mean, Anna Jay, maybe. She's. I mean,
I was
we
thinking her
just
a little
heard
bit
that she went
too.
to Stardom, right? She's joining
Yeah.
Stardom, for a little
I think
bit.
that's gonna take a bit. Yeah, she'll do her thing in Stardom potentially. I was thinking her too. Someone Soul Bones. Let me put yours up because I was thinking this also last week, and now I'm reminded. I think Renegade Twins is definitely gonna jump in. They were
Ooh.
actually the first when I heard about the Kamille news. I immediately thought of the twins, and now I'm reminded. So thank you, Soul Bones. I think they would certainly get in on that.
What about
100%.
Megan?
I mean, Megan Bain seems a certainty as well, but what's going on with that? Is
Yeah,
she
Megan
she's signed?
Bain joining Monet Corporation. That'd be perfect, honestly.
It would be perfect. I
Yeah.
hope that happens before, the year is through, because everyone, just like we were all wondering, where's Kamille? What's up with Megan? So I hope everything just flows in that direction. But
Right. Absolutely.
yeah, I think that the certainties would be Renegade Twins and Megan for sure. Nyla Rose is a favorite. Anna Jay for me is a 50-50 on that. Because I think they've really tried to put Anna Jay in so many different groups and so many different spots, and it's like it's been good for a little bit, and then it just kind of fades away. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm here for Renegade Twins and Megan.
Right. And I know
So
that
let's see
everyone's
what's
talking
up.
right now. You guys all read TMZ. You guys all are talking about it.
Oh
So
man.
yes, we will acknowledge how Mercedes did file for a divorce.
Yeah, it's just divorce it's not an easy thing. It's not and that's their business, and I wish them the best of luck, because it's hard.
Yeah,
It's
it's hard.
hard. And I mean, TMZ is just always on top of stuff. So even hearing the news from TMZ, it just shook me a bit. I was like, what's going on? But yeah, I just wish them both the best, because that it's a hard thing to kind
Yeah.
of contend with mentally. So yeah.
But really, the news that gagged me this week. I mean, we're not officially covering it, but like down low, I was shook about Dakota Kai and Eddie Thorpe. What?
Listen, it's
That
so
gagged me.
wild to me, because I
Gagged me.
interviewed her for Royal Rumble for the red carpet when they were doing the Bianca and Montez
Oh, yeah.
reality show. She was there with Kathy Kelly, and loved them. They were so nice. And one of my main questions, because this was around Valentine's Day, I asked them about like dating and love. And I'm kind of curious, because now I'm thinking about her responses from back then. I'm like, oh, this puts things in a cool, different perspective. I don't know if they were dating at the time, but I was like, oh,
Right.
okay. Because she was so nice, and just like, I loved her response to like, what do you look for in a significant other, and what are your thoughts
I
about
gotta go watch
Valentine's
it.
Day? Yes, please do, because she gave a really nice response, as did Kathy, and I was like, oh, I'm happy for them. Like, this is cool, because
there
I've
was
never yeah.
Again, this is a rumor, but there was a long-running rumor about her dating this other WWE superstar. We're not gonna.
Right.
Again, it was a speculation. I'm like, after everyone seeing that photo, we're like, wait, were we just making things up in our mind? So we don't know what's going on, but
Yeah.
just saying it. But anyway, let's we got a super chat. It has nothing to do with
Aw.
anything, but DS, what's the name of your mic?
Thank
It's
you
so
so
cute. It's called Neat.
And I have the same one.
Same
I have the
thing.
exact,
Yeah.
if you can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're
50?
twinsies. I think it's Finite.
Finite. Another super chat from Mr. Love MXW Perez. Would have lived for Mercedes and lived to have an actual program with each other.
Yeah.
That.
I would have liked that too. But hey, We don't know
Do they have
what
like
the
a
future
something
holds.
going on between them?
Mercedes and Liv, I can't recall, to be quite
Oh,
honest.
yeah.
I don't know. I'm thinking back to like the last time. I don't believe so, but I now have to go back and look.
Because I always thought the big dream match for me for Liv was
Mhm.
Rhea Ripley, obviously, because the
Yeah.
whole lover situation. But Liv Morgan versus Charlotte is a big dream match for me because we
Yes.
all remember when Liv had that match against Charlotte when she had the pink
Mhm.
hair and
I remember
lost,
that.
and Liv was like crying
Yeah.
and all that. So yeah.
Yeah. Charlotte and Alexa Bliss, I'm kind of now impatiently waiting for them to come back, but I know they have their respective things happening in their lives, children and recovery. It takes a lot. So when they come back, I'm just going to be super excited for that. And when they come back, oh yeah, we're going to have a lot more to talk about, a lot of
Right.
potential dream matches. Yeah.
Absolutely. But just to wrap up the story with
Yeah.
Kamille is, I mean, I love saying this, but like she is one of the longest NWA Women's World Champion, and we know the longest
Mhm.
one is Fabulous Moolah. She had it for like 7,000 days.
Which is
She had it for a very long time.
insanity.
But in the
Woo.
modern day, she was one of the longest. Jazz had it for
Yeah.
948 days, and it got Mischief a little bit over Camille's record, but she's number 3 in the modern era. So she is
Absolutely.
extremely and I don't know if you guys watched NWA Empower, but her match with Layla Hirsch was like it
Mm,
was match of the night almost. It was really, really good.
agreed. Go
So
watch
she's a
that.
really good wrestler, and I think she also showed out a little bit during that match she had on Dynamite. So
Mhm,
I think she's a really good get for AEW. And then
mhm.
ultimately, all the factions, all the partnerships, eventually they break up, and Monet versus Camille will be a really good match.
I agree. I cannot wait. It's getting better and better at AEW, and I like this. I'm really glad
Yeah.
that they did this. Yeah.
All right, let's open it back up for the Q&A with free topics,
Mhm.
and we'll do it for 5 minutes. We'll do it for 5 minutes,
Yay!
and then we're gonna
Got
wrap
a
it
lot of
up.
stuff going on. Let's see.
Let's see. What's some good ones?
Oh, let me see. Let me see.
Ooh, wait, this is a good one. Hector.
I
Mercedes
was just
declaring AW
yes.
is my house now on Dynamite this week. Definitely hinting at Saraya being her next feud. That's interesting. Honestly, because the all-in
Mhm.
feud that I wanted to see when she first came in was her versus Saraya. Because Saraya, of course,
Same.
that being, UK being her hometown, and
Yeah.
of course that personal business of like Mercedes injuring her permanently. So there's like a lot
Mhm.
of like things that we can play with. And right now Soraya is
Mhm.
like campaigning to be on All In. There's like some storyline going on with that.
I
So
think she definitely will be. I believe as of yesterday, I'm pretty sure I read something she's certainly going to be there now. I don't know what the match is going to be. I don't think that's been confirmed yet, but it looks like they're cooking something up for her, which as you do. I mean, I couldn't imagine them being in London and being at Wembley and not having Saraya be a part of that. So what that could potentially be, verdict's out, but yeah, it's getting spicy. It's getting spicy over there. So
should she insert herself into the match with Britt Baker and Mercedes or no?
I don't think so. I
Okay.
feel like it's just not time for that yet. It probably will happen, but I think they can just kind of back off on that for a minute. It just doesn't seem right for the time being. Like Britt is just now coming back. Let that cook for a minute. Let's let that simmer and see what that turns into, and then Saraya can certainly jump in. But I just think it would be too soon for that.
Yeah. Uh question from Charles Music
Hmm.
Room. Do you see Naomi
I like
turning
that.
heel? Okay, what's your thought on this?
Huh. I could see it, but like I don't know if I would like it. I don't know. I love Naomi. Um if they do this, I mean, wow, that would be something else because I love seeing Naomi as a face, but I listen, I've always wanted, for the longest I've been preaching this, I eventually want to see Naomi in the bloodline.
Ooh,
If
okay.
they turn her heel, I mean, it just makes all the sense for her to go to the bloodline. That's the only way I could see this really like having some bones to it. So as much as I personally don't want to see her turn heel, I'm like, look, if you're gonna turn her heel, just throw her in the bloodline and let her go. You know, just let it happen. And then we're gonna see some magic there, I feel. So
I mean, I don't really see Naomi turning heel anytime soon, but I personally did really enjoy the Slayomi era. She was so good.
yes.
Her promos were good. She brought the intensity, like she threw it down. So I honestly really enjoyed Naomi as heel. So I kind of want to see it. I want to see the Slayomi gimmick back.
I feel you on that. Like when I say I don't like her as heel, it has nothing to do with her promo. She can play it all. She can play face, heel. She's fantastic. But I'm like, for me, it's like, all right, if you're gonna do heel, like I just need to see I need to see the switch in the bloodline. This has to be the extra new layer. This has to be the new chapter. But I feel you, DS. I see I see it. I see it.
That's a good suggestion from Seidel. Saraya versus Jamie. That's a really good one.
I mean, that would be hot.
Yeah.
That would be hot. Let's go. You guys are cooking today. We need a longer Q&A. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it, Sour Cat. I love that. Let's see. Ooh. Oh, Beast Jams. Let me see. It's going so fast. I love these two. Don't forget about Lash and Jakara.
So good.
I mean,
good. I want them to be the champion already. Like what's the hold up? What is the hold up?
I don't know what they're doing, but I think let's wait. Listen, we got Master Chef Sean in the mix. I feel like the time is coming. So I'm not counting out Master Chef Sean for whatever he's cooking over there.
For a second, I was like, who is Master Chef Sean? Shawn Michaels. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, who? Said X Reality, what could be a creative gimmick that has never been done before? Let me know if this is Bob Orton's gimmick, because some people told me, but I always wanted to see someone with like arm cast, like clock people with it and like win matches.
What? Why do I feel like that's gonna happen?
I want to, because Zelina's recently won a match like that. And I was like, oh my God, Zelina could do this gimmick. She could say, oh, my arm's injured, and she can just like clock people with it. I don't know if it was Bob Orton's gimmick. Some people said it, and I was like, you think I watch men's wrestling? No, I don't.
Watch that happen. Wait, I have to pull this up too, because I think this is the second or third time I've seen it. DS, have you heard about Mandy Rose? Is there anything that we've missed? I haven't heard anything new. It's been crazy today with news, but
I don't know.
Is there any new Mandy Rose news?
I don't know. She's good for next 5-6 years, I think.
Basically, she's getting that bag.
She can live her whole life.
And who could be mad?
Happily.
Who could be mad at it? Let's see here.
Good for her.
Looking here. Oh, from women's title, Lash Legend is in Cleveland.
That's cool. That would be awesome.
I mean, that would be awesome. I love Lash. She's fantastic, as is Jakara. The NXT division right now is just so good.
In the same vein, women's title ask, what are your thoughts on the newer NXT girls we've seen debut in the last year? I mean, it's wild. Like that video of Sol Ruka doing the twist.
I was just thinking her. She's first name Sol Ruka, Lola Vice, Kiana James. I mean, it's unreal. The roster is just like you go down the list and it's like talent upon talent upon talent, just ultra stacked. They have a
system down then. They have system down there. There. So they know what they're doing. They know how to turn people into superstars. Yeah,
absolutely. Oh, you know what? I love my girl Lana. Mitchell says #bring back Lana. Let's go. What are you thinking? Because I want to see Lana back too.
What about Lana versus Lani for the NXT North American Women's Championship?
Listen,
do you know Kalani calls herself Lani? What about Lani? What about Lana?
Lana versus let's go. Or Lana being the manager to Lani. How?
Yeah.
Either
That'll be
way,
great.
I want to
Yeah.
see Lana come back too myself. So I love that. I love that. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna put this up too because I like this from Lucario McClown. It's time to bring back the Women's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. Yeah. Hey, more
Yeah.
women's
Here for it.
wrestling. I want to see it.
I'm
Why
here for
not?
it. Yeah.
I definitely want to see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Aw.
Ooh, Revolution to Evolution is a good point. Lana revisiting her loving
Ooh.
storyline with Liv Morgan. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Whatever
Just
lesbian stuff we can fit into WWE, I'm here for it. You know me. I love it.
yes,
I
all the love stories with Liv. It's just everyone wants to just see the romance with Liv, Dom, Rhea. Let's just keep it going.
everything. Well, let's wrap it up here because I think we had some good time answering everyone. Pixel, you've been asking this for a long time. What would I be for Halloween?
Aw.
I will try to be Kelly Kelly if I can.
Oh my
I'm working on
gosh,
my.
please.
If I get some cute abs, I will be Kelly Kelly, but I don't want to. I don't want to embarrass myself. So we'll see. Pending on my status.
We gotta get this going. This is the next manifestation. Cute
I have the
abs for
outfits.
DS.
I have the outfits already,
Yeah.
but I just don't have. The,
Okay, so you have to
the
do
look
it.
yet.
You have. It's happening. It's
I have
happening.
Kelly Kelly's endorsement. I have the outfits ready from Shein or AliExpress.
Oh
But yeah,
my
we'll
gosh,
see.
you're ready. It's happening. It's set. It's set. You have some time. It's August.
Yeah.
You got a good 2.5 months.
But thank you so much, everyone, for joining in for the second episode of our news and rumor episode. I will be in Cleveland actually tomorrow morning.
Jeez.
For the weekend. So if you guys are going to SummerSlam, please say hi to me.
Yay.
But Candice, where can we all find you?
Yes, lovely time as always. Please find me on Instagram at thatgirlcandice16. Candice is spelled Candace, or follow me on Twitter at Candice Cordelia, or follow me on both platforms. Would love to talk with you guys. And thank you so much for your time, your chats, and just being amazing. And enjoy SummerSlam. Enjoy the graps. We love
you.
You
Can find me at DSShin on Instagram and Ring the Belle DS on Twitter. Follow me to see whatever the shenanigans I'm doing in Cleveland for SummerSlam. I've got some big interviews lined up, so I'm really, really excited about it. But I do need to get those interviews ready, so I need to go. But thank you so much for joining. Let's wrap it up. Have a good evening. Bye.
Bye.